Welcome to Science Monitor, our weekly update on all that is happening in the field of science and technology in and around the country. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you. Let us take a look at the headlines first. DC light technique developed by IIT Madras to end power cut worries. A 3-day conference on structural engineering organized in New Delhi. Scientists succeed in making 100% biofuel at Indian Institute of Petroleum, Dehradun. NASA's space mission Kepler discovers a new exoplanet called Super Earth. And in today's In Depth, we will continue with the significant scientific achievements of the year 2014. And now news in details. The scientists at the IIT Madras have developed a new technique which will enable you to run your electric appliances during power cuts, and that too without the support of inverter or generators. Direct current light technique or DC light developed by the IIT will not only provide 24 hours power backup but also conserve energy. Let us see how this technology works.
The concept of energy-efficient buildings, otherwise known as green buildings, have become the key mantra in conserving energy. While currently mechanisms are available to trap solar energy and store it as DC power.
Yes, is the first deployment we made of this completely new technology which provides uninterrupted DC power to a home and uses energy-efficient DC appliances, fans, lights, electronics, and has DC solar panels in the roof to give DC power in such a way that we get more than double the efficiency of existing appliances, uninterrupted power, so no power cuts as far as the DC appliances are concerned.
There is a major drawback as this requires the use of sophisticated DC converters which can convert the DC to AC power which are used to run the existing electrical appliances. Such energy conversions often results in heavy energy losses. In this context, a team of researchers from the Indian Institute of Technology Madras have developed a decentralized solar DC system under its green offices and apartments, that is GOA project. The system converts the rooftop solar directly into DC form and stores the DC power.
Because there are 4 apartments in this building, there are only 1/4, so even actually just 2 panels are enough. Okay. This much if the owner of that house deploys, he will get another 100 watts. 150 watts.
The DC power is then fed into a DC line to power energy-efficient DC-powered lights, fans and electronics. The single unit is sufficient to power 24 houses. IIT Madras in this context has even constructed a few houses equipped with special DC units, DC lines and DC apartments and equipments like bulbs and fans which are completely powered by DC. The team has even designed remote-controlled fans that run on DC. The special feature being that the fans that run on DC consumes under 30 watts while fans that use AC consume over 72 watts. The special DC main box has a circuit main box which helps control the power consumed by the fans and bulbs and dim and brighten the bulbs according to need. The meter reading of the DC box can be made on a laptop or on a mobile or even remotely. It is expected that this power-efficient and inexpensive solution will be a game changer, bringing 24/7 power to all Indian homes, urban and rural.
While new buildings are being constructed on regular basis in different parts of the country, it is very important that they are built with techniques which make them strong as well as earthquake resistant. To discuss and exchange such new ideas and techniques, a 3-day conference on structural engineering was organized in New Delhi. Experts from India and abroad participated in this conference and presented their ideas on structural design engineering. Let us see this report.
Building and construction is a fast-developing business in India. With rapid industrialization, fast catching up construction and structural engineering has become an unavoidable necessity. Every day we see new structures with novel designs cropping up. However, in the recent wake of many calamities causing massive destruction, the need for efficient buildings has been realized. In this scenario, earthquake-resilient structures, especially in the new mushrooming urban spaces and smart cities, are of crucial importance. There is also the need to focus on retrofitting and making the old buildings conform to the new standards and norms to make them safer to inhabit. In this context, the discipline of structural engineering plays an important role. The appropriate application of structural engineering concepts paves the way for efficient and earthquake-resistant buildings. In order to promote earthquake-resilient buildings and increase the efficiency of building construction, Indian Institute of Technology IIT Delhi recently organized the Structural Engineering Convention SEC 2014.
This is a convention which is happening here on structural engineering. It's the largest gathering of all structural engineers all over the country. And there are a number of subjects which have been discussed as the sub-themes which are very relevant today in our structural engineering context. There were discussions about fire effects on structural buildings and structural systems. There were discussions on the health monitoring of the structural systems, and these are very relevant today because many buildings are becoming old and we need to know their longevity.
The biennial event was organized under the auspices of Indian Association for Structural Engineering IASE in Department of Civil Engineering during December 22nd to 24th. The conference aimed at covering key issues including responsive structures to earthquakes, cyclones and similar natural hazards, structural response to man-made hazards such as blast, the design of hazard-resilient structures, low-cost housing technologies, damage detection technologies, health monitoring of buildings, bridges, etc.
It has benefited a lot of our students who are doing their PhDs in various IITs, NITs and other institutions, and there is a good participation from this younger lot, and it has led to improvement of research culture in the country, and this was one of the aims of this formation and holding of this conference.
It gives a very good platform for the entire structural fraternity to exchange their ideas, present papers and have mutual discussions. This has helped most of the researchers and the educationists in the area of structural engineering.
Many eminent researchers in structural engineering from different parts of the world participated and delivered talks on various technical topics. More than 400 research papers on many practical and technically challenging issues were also presented during the convention.
The scientists at the Indian Institute of Petroleum have succeeded in making a biofuel that can be used by the aviation industry. This fuel is 100% biofuel and can be used in place of fossil fuels. Let us see the report to know the details.
Increasing demands of energy by the rising population is a huge issue in our country. In order to fulfill these energy demands, we have been constantly depending upon non-renewable sources of energy such as fossil fuels. Not only are these energy resources exhaustible, but also their processing and usage results in large-scale pollution due to the emission of greenhouse gases and particulate matter. Now, researchers of CSIR Indian Institute of Petroleum IIP have made a breakthrough discovery that aims to solve all these problems. The researchers have developed a novel technique to produce a new type of biofuel. The biofuel is based on conversion of non-edible and waste oil and hydrogen into renewable aviation fuel. The conversion is achieved through a unique one-step process that involves chemical reactions like deoxygenation, selective cracking and isomerization. This is carried out using a refinery infrastructure similar to a high-pressure hydrocracker. The process has been used to develop three types of fuels, namely zero-sulfur fuel for fuel cell application and high-cetane diesel and bioaviation fuel with zero carbon emissions over complete cycle.
We are basically processing non-edible oils over here. Non-edible oil source, we are taking jatropha oil and we are mixing it with hydrogen, putting it into a reactor and producing renewable aviation fuels out of this. So we produce, along with renewable aviation fuels, we produce
biogasoline as well as renewable diesel along with biojet fuel.
This unique technology is based on a single-step process and produces diesel and naphtha as byproducts. The novel technology produced by IIP can be used for agricultural, transport and refining industries. The technology has been patented and transferred to BPCL KRL for commercialization. This novel indigenous technology by CSIR IIP provides new hope for sustainable production of fuels and fuel independence for India.
A new exoplanet called Super Earth has been discovered by the NASA space mission Kepler. This exoplanet is situated at a distance of 180 light years and is more than twice the size of the Earth. Here is more.
Human beings have always been intrigued by the space beyond and the possibility of life beyond Earth. For those interested in sci-fi, even the recent blockbuster Interstellar explores the concept of possibility of an Earth-like planet beyond our solar system. Now, in an exciting new discovery, NASA's Kepler spacecraft, involved in the mission of hunting new planets, has made its first exoplanet discovery, a super Earth located 180 light-years from Earth. The discovery has been reported by Mr. Andrew Vanderberg, a graduate student at the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics in Cambridge, Massachusetts, who has been studying publicly available data collected by the spacecraft during a test of the new K2 mission in February 2014. The exoplanet, which resembles Earth, has been named HIP 116454b. The planet is located 180 light-years from Earth towards the constellation Pisces and is 2.5 times the diameter of Earth. HIP 116454b follows a close 9-day orbit around a star that is similar and cooler than our Sun. Studies show that the planet weighs almost 12 times as much as Earth. Spacecraft Kepler, named after the astronomer Johannes Kepler, is a space observatory launched by NASA on 7th March 2009 to discover Earth-like planets beyond our solar system orbiting other stars. K2 mission of Kepler, also known as Second Light, was specially designed after one of the reaction wheels of the spacecraft failed in August 2013. Under this new design, Kepler was repurposed to detect habitable planets around small, dim red dwarf stars. The K2 mission was extended by NASA on May 16, 2014. Since then, Kepler has observed more than 35,000 stars and collected data on star clusters, dense star-forming regions, and several planetary objects within our solar system. This happens to be the first discovery of the mission beyond our solar system.
A shocking study published in the international journal PLOS ONE has revealed that nearly 269,000 tons of plastic is currently floating in the world's oceans, which can prove deadly to aquatic organisms and birds. What is more important and worrying is the fact that the estimate does not take into account the amount of plastic waste found in the shorelines, on the seabed, suspended in the water column, etc.
The world is fast turning into a large plastic dump. This has become even more evident from an alarming study that was recently published in the international journal PLOS ONE. The article states that mountains of plastic waste are floating in the oceans. According to the statistics, nearly 269,000 tons of plastic, comprising an estimated 5.25 trillion plastic particles, are floating in the world's oceans, including the Bay of Bengal. What is more shocking is the fact that these estimates are the minimum levels, as it does not take into account the amount of plastic waste found on the shorelines, on the seabed, suspended in the water column, and that consumed by marine organisms. The study has been undertaken by a team of researchers led by Dr. Marcus Erickson from the Five Gyres Institute, California. The team conducted 24 expeditions between 2007 and 2013 across all the 5 subtropical gyres. The scientists involved in the study have surveyed North and South Pacific Oceans, North and South Atlantic Oceans, and the Indian Ocean, coastal Australia, Bay of Bengal and the Mediterranean Sea. The plastic waste in oceans are a major threat to the aquatic life. Plastic ingestion can choke and kill the aquatic life forms. Besides, preying on smaller organisms that have already consumed the plastic waste could lead to bioaccumulation of plastic in bigger marine animals and seabirds, leading to toxicity. According to the paper, since plastic has a greater propensity to absorb organic pollutants, organisms that consume the plastic particles also end up consuming the organic pollutants, causing their death. Under these circumstances, it becomes mandatory that public and government across the world take active measures to control the plastic pollution of oceans worldwide.
And now it's time to take a short break. We'll be right back. Keep watching Science Monitor. The year 2014 has been much successful in terms of scientific achievements and has opened many new vistas in the area of science and technology across the world. In the last episode, we showcased the achievements in science and technology, and today we'll continue with the same in our segment In Focus.
Year 2014 has been an eventful year in terms of world scientific achievements. In the last episode, we threw light on some of these. Let us continue with the remaining interesting scientific breakthroughs of 2014 at the global level. In August 2014, the NASA's Curiosity rover celebrated its second anniversary since landing on the planet Mars in 2012. NASA's Mars rover Curiosity is a car-sized robotic rover that was launched on November 26, 2011 as a part of NASA's Mars Science Laboratory mission. It landed on Aeolus Paulos in Gale crater on Mars on August 6, 2012. After exploring the Martian surface to identify signs of life, Curiosity completed a Martian year of 687 Earth days on 24 June 2014. It found that Mars once had environmental conditions that were favorable for microbial life. The rover's goals include investigation of the Martian climate and geology, assessment of environmental conditions favorable for microbial life, including investigation of the role of water and planetary habitability studies. In September 2014, three 16-year-old Irish students, namely Ciara Judge, Emma Hickey and Sophie Haley-Tho, were awarded the prestigious Google Science Fair 2014 for the project Natural Bacteria Combating World Hunger. The students developed a technique by which diazotropic rhizobia bacteria found in soil can be used to decrease germination time by 50% and increase dry mass yield by up to 74% in non-leguminous plants like barley and oats. This is being perceived as a significant concept in the context of increasing crop yields and reducing crop loss due to adverse weather. Along the same lines, in the same month, scientists genetically engineered a protein called Rubisco that converts carbon dioxide into sugar in plants. This genetic engineering technique is likely to be used to speed up photosynthesis and increase the efficiency of food production in the future. In October 2014, Lockheed Martin, an American global aerospace, defense, security and advanced technology company, announced that they have developed a new type of reactors that are small enough to fit on the back of a truck. The reactors, which are expected to be ready for use within a decade, are being considered a major breakthrough in the area of nuclear energy. Once successfully deployed, these reactors will play a tremendous role in solving global energy crisis. On 12 November 2014, the space probe Philae, launched by the European Space Agency, made history when it successfully landed on the surface of the comet 67P Churyumov-Gerasimenko, 50 million kilometers away from Earth. Philae was deployed by spacecraft Rosetta in order to understand the history of the solar system. Philae landed on the smaller lobe of the comet 67P Churyumov-Gerasimenko, while Rosetta continues to follow and study the comet and its environment. In the same month, for the first time in history, the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute captured the live video footage of female anglefish, also called the Black Sea Devil. Known for its elusive nature, the video of the fish was captured using a remotely operated underwater vehicle called Dock Ricketts. In December 2014, scientists solved the oldest DNA identification case. The study, which was reported in the journal Nature Communications, proved that the remains found in 2012 in a Leicester, England parking lot are that of Richard III, the 15th century monarch. The scientists not only identified the remains using genetic techniques, but also could trace the genetic evidence through over 20 generations to his living descendants. While these are the overall achievements in the field of science and technology in 2014, the year is also marked with the achievements of the Nobel laureates.
And what are the contributions of science to this week's history? We shall learn in our next segment, History of Science.
On 30th December 1975, India's first oceanographic research vessel, Gaveshini, was officially built. Through this ship, India's position was established at the international level amongst the countries that were involved in deep-sea mining. It enabled the oceanographers to successfully find out mineral deposits, examine oil pollution, and discover offshore oil fields. On 1st January 1894, Satyendranath Bose, the renowned Indian mathematician and theoretical physicist, was born. He collaborated with the great scientist Albert Einstein to develop theories like Bose-Einstein statistics and Bose-Einstein condensate. These theories are prominently used in the field of quantum physics. Those particles which follow Bose-Einstein statistics are known as bosons. These particles cannot be tracked easily. On 3rd January 1919, for the first time, one element was successfully transmuted into another. During this, the famous scientist Rutherford converted nitrogen into oxygen. For this, he bombarded nitrogen gas with alpha radiation, and with the help of their reaction, he effectively created oxygen.
Let us now have a look at some important science and technology activities happening in India and abroad in our segment Science Express.
In an exciting new venture, a NASA astronomer has 3D printed a wrench, the digital file of which was emailed to the International Space Station's onboard 3D printer. This is the first time that a digital file of hardware has been emailed to space. The 3D printer printed out 20 separate parts of the wrench, which were assembled together to form complete ratcheting socket wrench. This novel technique saves the time and resources required to send physical objects to space. Mr. R.K. Ojha, Chief Project Director, Tamil Nadu Biodiversity Conservation and Greening Project, has announced that a 2-year study to identify threatened species in the forest of Tamil Nadu is nearing its completion. According to the project reports, biodiversity of 650 sample plots in different forest areas has been documented so far. The study would help in creating baseline data of species found in forest areas of the state. Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Harshvardhan, dedicated the SMS-based weather information and disaster alert system to the nation on the 25th of December. The SMS-based weather alert system is a component of the Digital India program, which is a flagship program of the Government of India with a vision to transform our country into a digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. To get the SMS alerts, one will have to register in India Meteorological Department website www.rsmcnewdelhi@imd.gov.in for this purpose. Taking another bold step towards fostering biotech innovation and entrepreneurship in India, the incubation cell of Indian Institute of Technology Madras recently launched a novel biotechnology incubator for biotechnology startups. The facility was inaugurated by Professor Bhaskar Ramamurthy, Director IIT Madras. The Bio-Incubator has been started with the support of Biotechnology Industry Research Assistant Council, shortly called BIRAC. IIT-M Bio-Incubator aims to help startups and small and medium enterprises to develop globally competitive products and launch them into the market successfully.
Incubator provides a protected environment, In the same way, this is a safe environment for them to learn, and they can even give back to us. If they have expertise on their role, they can also contribute to our students. It's a mutually beneficial arrangement, wherein the biotechnological companies would like such an environment.
The Bio-Incubator has been launched with the aim of creating a nurturing environment for innovation and to encourage commercialization of promising discoveries.
Well, that is all for this episode of Science Monitor. Do tell us how do you like our program. You can send your feedback and suggestions. Our email ID is news@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write in to us at Vigyan Prasar C24, Qutub Institutional Area, New Delhi 110016. Well, that is all for today. We'll be back with fresh news stories on science and technology again next week. Till then, stay tuned and think scientific.